Today we're going to look at key requirements that should be reviewed when looking at photos of an ILS 3600 dual LED obstruction lighting system. Keep in mind that pictures need to be provided for every piece of equipment that is installed. We will begin this training starting with the flash head. When examining photos of the exterior of the flash head, be certain that both of the flash head fasteners are securely tightened. You will also need to check that there is no excess stress on the cable gland where the flash head cable enters the base of the flash head. In addition to there being no stress on the cable gland, the flash head cable should also have a drip loop installed where the flash head cable enters the flash head. There should be photos of the flash head showing that it is mounted level in both the east-west and north-south directions. There should be two pictures showing that the flash head is level, one for each direction. You can use the sticker on top of the flash head in reference to the level to be sure that the technician has verified that the flash head is level in both directions. There should also be a photo showing that there is a service loop installed and that it is mounted vertically under the flash head. A photo should also be included showing that there is a lightning rod installed. The lightning rod should be installed no less than 18 inches from the flash head and no less than 36 inches above it. There should be a picture verifying that stainless steel cable support grips have been installed on the flash head cable going to each flash head. The photo of the interior of the flash head should have a neat appearance with no excess slack in any of the wires, especially the ground or drain wire. In addition to the wires being short and neat, the photo should also show that they are landed in the correct spot on the terminal block. There should also be at least 1 inch of the cable jacket visible inside the flash head. In this first photo, you can see that the fasteners that attach the top portion and the base of the flash head are not fastened. In addition to the fasteners not being fastened, we can also see that there is no obvious sign of a drip loop in this photo. In this photo, we can see that the technicians have installed a service loop horizontally, but as we learned earlier, the service loop should be mounted vertically below the flash head. We can see in this photo that even though the level appears to be indicating that the flash head is level, the level itself is being held at an angle and therefore giving a false reading. In this photo, we can see that the interior of the flash head has an excess of slack in all of the wires. When the wires are terminated in this manner, it creates an overall sloppy appearance, which should be avoided when installing an ILS 3600 flash head. It is especially crucial to ensure that the ground or drain wire is kept as short as possible. It is important to make sure that the photos show that the side lights are installed no more than 2 feet from the edge of the tower. If the supplied side light mounts were used during the installation, then they should never extend more than 2 feet from the edge of the tower. Like in the photos of the flash head, it is important to see that there is a service loop installed vertically below the side light and that there is a drip loop installed. You should be able to see that stainless steel cable supports have been used when installing each side light. Be sure that you are reviewing photos of each side light that has been installed on the tower. The photos of the exterior of the side light junction box should show the junction box mounted in the upright position. When the junction box is mounted in this position, the ITL logo will be right side up and easy to read. The photo should clearly show that all screws have been installed and that the junction box is sealed. We also need to verify that drip loops have been installed in all cables entering the junction box and that the junction box is properly grounded to the tower. As with the flash head and side lights, there should also be a picture showing that service loops for all of the cables entering the junction box have been installed. There should be a picture of the inside of each junction box showing that all of the wires are terminated in the correct position and that there is an overall neat appearance to the interior of the junction box. When looking at photos of the exterior of the lighting controller, be sure that the controller is mounted in the upright position with the door closed and enough space to open the door freely. There should be no additional intrusions visible on the outside of the enclosure. We are specifically looking for holes that may have been added by the field technician. We also need to verify that the controller is properly grounded to the tower ground ring or bus bar. There should be a photo showing that service loops for all cables entering the lighting controller have been installed. There should be a picture showing the whole entirety of the lighting controller. This can be used for troubleshooting purposes and also shows that there is no excess slack in the wires. A close-up shot of the TB1 terminal block is useful when verifying that all wires are landed in the correct spot. This picture should clearly show the wire color and the terminal block color match. Verify there is no excess slack in any of the wires, paying special attention to ground wires within the enclosure. As with the flash head, at least 1 inch of the cable's jacket should be visible inside the enclosure. In this photo, we can see that the PCB1 board on the left side of the controller is not properly seated in the PCB card guides. This creates a sloppy appearance which should be avoided during the installation of the ILS-3600. We can also see that flashhead cable wires are installed on the wrong side of the terminal block and have excess slack which should always be avoided. This too deters from the clean appearance that should be displayed in this picture. When looking at photos of the exterior of the flash head surge suppressor, be sure that it is closed, that all 6 screws have been used to seal it shut, and that it is mounted vertically. We also need to verify that the flash head surge suppressor has been properly grounded to either the tower ground ring or bus bar. There should also be a service loop installed for both cables entering each flash head surge suppressor. Like the flash head and lighting controller, verify that all wires on both sides of the flash head surge suppressor are landed in the correct order and that both drain wires have been grounded to the ground screws at the bottom. There should be at least 1 inch of the cable's jacket visible inside the flash head surge suppressor. It should also look clean with no excess slack in the wires. In this picture, we can see that the ground wire for the flash head surge suppressor has not been grounded. There is also no evidence that any service loops have been installed in the cables entering the flash head surge suppressor. In this picture, we see that all flash head surge suppressors have been mounted horizontally. When mounted horizontally, the weep hole is not able to function correctly. The weep hole should always be located at the bottom of the flash head surge suppressor. Although at first glance this picture may appear to be a clean install, if we look closely we can see that the drain wires have not been terminated to the screws on the bottom of the flash head surge suppressor. A picture of the photocell should be taken from behind so the picture shows what the photocell sees and is free of obstructions. The photocell should always be mounted vertically. If you ever have any questions when reviewing a closeout package for the ILS-3600, please contact technical support at 615-256-6030. You can also forward any pictures to tech_support@itl-llc.com. Thank you for watching.